Hey y'all, I'm trying to make sure I'm like centered in the screen so I'm not like off to like one side. It has been a while since I actually took the time to record a video, and that has to do with the fact that one, I've just been busy trying to manage life. I'm sure many of you have been doing the same as well. I mean, we are kind of in a world right now where everything is uncertain. Actually, that's just day-to-day life. It's always uncertain. But it's been hectic, you know, like I'm sure a lot of people are navigating the job scene and just finding it to be even more difficult than it was before. And I am in that boat, just trying to get within a good field, within a good career, a job that I absolutely love, that is actually going to pay the bills, because, you know, life isn't bad when you don't have a lot of money, but money can definitely help buy the things that you need. So I guess I have a little story to tell. I don't know, I've been thinking about a lot of things and just mentally trying to get myself into a better place. And last week, the guy who comes to cut the grass at the house that I rent, he was in the backyard, and I kept thinking to myself, I need to go and tell him, don't cut that vine. I'm growing some sweet potatoes. I'm teaching myself how to grow a few things, because I want to become more efficient in my life. So I'm teaching myself how to grow some things, and I'm growing these sweet potatoes, and there's this beautiful vine growing. And I thought, you know, he has to know that, like, this vine back here is not, it's not a weed, you know, it's clearly, there's dirt around it, you know, it's not just sitting in the grass. He should be perceptive and enough to know that, like, it's not just like a weed that's growing. My mistake, because as I looked out the window, he just took the weed whacker to it and like chopped the vine up, and I like ran outside and I was like horrified. Not that it should be horrifying, like, it is a plant, it will grow back. But for me at that point, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, why would you go and cut down my plant? Like, how can you not see that that's a plant that I'm growing? I definitely, like, I sat down and cried. I think I was just having a rough day. And, you know, with everything going on worldwide and with my own, you know, personal life, just trying to get it balanced, I was like in tears, and I was just like, this sucks. He cut down my plant. And it definitely speaks to a lot of, like, I think what everyone else is going through. You know, you feel like you work so hard and you toil towards something, and you've been trying to get to a place where you gained ground and you have a good foundation set, and then you feel like someone comes along and just cuts you down. And I've had that experience quite a bit, I feel like, in the past year, where it's like, I feel like I'm working hard, I feel like I'm ready, I feel like I'm training. You know, I've been busting my butt, but then when it comes time to harvest, I feel like someone comes and just like snatches up my fruit, which feels extremely unfair when you think about it. It's like, when you put in all this hard work and then you don't get to see the fruits of your labor, it can be devastating, you know, like you want to get what you earned, right? I think that we all, you know, feel like we put in our hard work, whether it comes to like a relationship, or whether it comes to a job that we're at, a career that we're in, or whether we're going to school, or, you know, hard work that you put into parenting. You want to feel like you have something to show for it. We all want to feel like we have a reward to show for our hard work. It's pretty normal. It's human nature to want to have that reward for hard work. So, again, back to the sweet potato. There's a tendency, I think, for many of us to want to go and say, well, why me? Why does someone keep coming along and snatching up and tearing my stuff down and cutting my flowers up, and I've worked so hard to grow this? Why would they go and do that? Why is this happening to me? When do I get to reap my rewards? And I think that if you take even just a little bit longer to think about that, you'll realize the process of pruning and what it does for plants. I think a lot of times when we reach out to God or the universe or whatever, you know, whatever higher source you believe in. It's easy to ask for blessings, it's easy to ask for growth, but to not realize what it means to go through the process of growing means that you have to go and prune. Some of what I'm learning about certain plants is that with, like in the case of my sweet potato, which I'm growing, is that pruning can actually help a lot. It can help a lot with encouraging the plant to grow and become a little bit sturdier. And I think that this happens with many other plants as well. But the process of pruning is not fun, and it doesn't feel good. It can feel like we're losing a lot, like we're having a lot taken away from us, and it just, for lack of a better word, it fucking sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks to feel like you're going through loss after loss after loss, and it's hard to recognize those losses as growth, right? You know, it's hard to stay positive and in that mind frame of, no matter what loss I go through, I know I'm going to gain something better, especially if I know that I'm staying in alignment with what I believe is good, what I know to be good. If I'm trying to stick to healthy boundaries, if I am doing things from a place of love and not from a place of fear. It can be hard to stay in that positive mind frame. And I don't think it would be natural to constantly stay in that mind frame. I think that if you are one of those people who deals with depression, or you deal with anxiety, it's not necessarily a natural thing for you to be able to step into the mind frame continually, second after second, day after day, to take that time to go into a mind frame of everything's going to be fine, everything's going to work out. And sometimes there really are big losses in life that we don't necessarily recover from. But I think typically when we ask for growth, when we ask for what we believe is good and true, that when the pruning process comes along, it's hard to recognize it as a growth process, as a necessity for our growth. And that's just kind of what I've been feeling lately. That's kind of what I've been dealing with. Now, the reason that I'm mentioning the sweet potato thing is because I think I'll pick up my my phone in a minute so I can go show you. The vine's actually growing back. The leaves are growing back. The plant's gonna be fine. It's gonna be sturdy. It's probably gonna yield me some nice little sweet potatoes. But that's just emotionally and mentally and spiritually what I've been going through personally. And I'm thinking that I'm not the only person who's going through this at this time. So I'm hoping that this can help you understand that pruning doesn't mean that you're failing. And even when it feels like a failure. Howdy. Look guys, it's my 4-year-old. You wanna say hi?
I was saying nothing.
Oh no, I'm recording. Do you want to say hi?
Why are you outside?
Because I'm recording a video.
I'm scared.
Okay, you're fine. But you're fine. So the thing about
Hi. Who are you talking to?
I'm just recording a video for people. Go have fun. Okay. So basically, the whole point that I was getting to is, again, like that growth process. It does not always feel fun. It doesn't always feel like you're getting anywhere. It can feel like you are spinning your wheels, especially if you feel like... Ladies and gents, my 4-year-old. All right. Hopefully that message got across. Let's go and show you. Wow. My household. Hopefully that message got across. I'm gonna go and show you my little garden. If I can get this thing to flip around, hopefully. Let's see. I don't know if I can flip this. Oh, sad. Okay, well. So this is my little vine that's regrowing. Now it was quite a bit bigger than this before it got cut up. But hopefully this is a little bit of encouragement for you, that even in the trying times, and trust me, go sit down, go. Even in the trying times, things aren't always going to feel positive, and it's okay to feel shit about things. It's okay to feel like fuck, when am I gonna get my turn? But it's also important to recognize that you will get your turn. Please keep putting in the hard work. Have those days where you need to sit down and cry and just feel like a failure, and then get up the next day and try again. You're gonna have to.
You're not a failure.
You're not a failure. I think that's what he said. It's important to recognize the purpose of the pruning, the feeling like things are being cut back or taken away. They are for the purpose of, you know, developing you to be the person that you really want to be happy, content, spiritually fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled, a person who can actually take the time to love themselves. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful weekend.